What's going on, folks? My name is DeQuarius Beverly, and in this topic video, we're going to be talking about the day in the life of being an insurance agent. If you're looking into possibly getting into this industry, or maybe you're just looking to maybe possibly change career shifts that provide a level of flexibility, uncapped income potential, and also being able to impact lives, I want to definitely give you some insight of just in my journey, just a document to share the journey as to why I got in this field, and maybe to encourage you to really give this industry a considered shot. One of the things about the insurance industry that it is the backbone of our country, if you're in America specifically anyway. And one of the things is that we all protect things that are deemed important to us. Some things are more so mandatory than others, which I will talk about in this video, but it is definitely a great opportunity for you to have a level of flexibility and to be able to work from anywhere in the country and be able to provide a service that people need and want, okay? Now, the different things with insurance is that it's very broad, and you can get in different industries based upon your interest level. You have health insurance, you have life insurance, you have Medicare, you have property and casualty, you have commercial. These are just different forms of insurance that you can provide based upon your level of interest and knowledge of expertise. Now, even if you don't have a level of understanding of these things, it's very affordable to get started in being an insurance agent. Now, you have costs that comes with being an insurance agent. You have to get licensed. You have to have an actual background check where you can actually make sure that you have a good report as far as your criminal history, and you actually have to make sure that you are credentialed in the state that you're actually potentially looking to work into. Now, there are some companies that will pay for your licenses in other states if you're under maybe like a independent IMO or maybe like a captive company. There's different entities of going independent and captive, and I will probably talk about that more so in a different video, but more so just in the day of life of being an insurance agent is that you do have that flexibility. Okay, I work remotely from home, okay, and what's neat about what I do is that the fact is no matter where I'm at, as long as I have accessible internet, I can plug into my laptop with a dual computer monitor and be able to service my clients. I've been building my clientele for the past year year and a half now going on. This would technically be my second year in this field, in this space. And I must say, this was by far the best decision I've made because of my lifestyle and the idea flexibility that I wanted to have with being able to be with my children, do the things I love, help people, and also being able to make an uncapped income opportunity for my family. And so that's the beauty of this industry, is that it provides that type of flexibility. There's a lot of things with that comes with providing for your home. A lot of people have to commute to and from work, and that can be a drudgery in itself. And I always knew that now that with things have changed since of 2020, we're now seeing that more people are working remotely from home, and this industry is more accepting to this ideal model to be able to provide a service regardless of wherever you are in the country, as long as you have an actual reliable internet source. And that's the thing that I do truly appreciate this industry for, is that I can be able to work regardless of where I'm at in the country and still be able to provide services to my clients. I've now been able to fortunately meet all kinds of people from different walks of life, perspectives that I had at one point of thoughts process on how a certain group of people would typically think. That whole trajectory of thought process has changed now because I talk to so many people, and not only that, the people that I talk to are much older than me. So in my particular space, I am into Medicare. Okay, I do Medicare and I do final expense. So I help clients with their Medicare benefits. With Medicare, for those of you that don't understand Medicare is what we pay into every week, every 2 weeks of our paycheck that we pay into, contribute to, in hopes that when we turn 65, we would now be able to get those medical benefits. Medicare helps provide medical coverage, hospital coverage for seniors after they have retired. And so Medicare is a requirement after 65 that you have to have. And so a lot of these clients that are on Social Security or on disability need to have these benefits. And not only that, they're dependent on these benefits, because people that are just depending on Social Security alone, they don't typically make a lot of money to survive, or let alone sustain themselves independently. You may be going through this right now where you have loved ones who are on Social Security are not able to be on their own because they didn't properly invest for the long term for them to be able to sustain themselves throughout their golden retirement years. And so we have a very influx of people that are just dealing with this all day long. And so a lot of the Medicare benefits are giving extra incentives like food benefits, utility benefits, extra coverage on medical, dental, and hearing and vision benefits. These are things that as we get older, we will need more importantly to help maintain our health. I'm being able to provide that service to clients all across the country. And it is a great fulfilling feeling when you can be able to provide extra assistance to someone who desperately need these benefits, but also who can truly appreciate the fact that they are able to get help from someone that's genuinely trying to help them in their household. So that's a great thing and fulfilling in itself. Now, the final expense life insurance process is a little bit more complex in this process, because you're dealing with a clientele and a mindset of people that don't understand life insurance. When I first started off in life insurance, I got into an organization. Now we'll talk about this more in depth in another video, but the model was to, go out, buy leads and basically talk to anyone who was willing to be interested in life insurance to, sell them the plan. And I find this to be so that it works for some, but it's not for everybody. And these are some of the things that you want to consider with life insurance. And the mindset with people is that people that are getting into life insurance or getting a life insurance policy, they don't understand that most people have the conception that life insurance is basically paying for something that I'm never going to use. And depending on the dynamic of your loved ones, your relationship or upbringings, some people just don't care because they just don't want to either feel like they want their family to get rich off them. I don't know. It's just a whole different mentality for each individual on the concept of life insurance, but it's not something that's really mandatory. So you're dealing with people that are going to have these objections with life insurance because either they've put it off for so long or they just don't really grasp the concept that not putting that financial burden on your loved ones is something that you should want to have in place, especially if you have children or if you have people that are looking after you. You want to make sure these things are in place. But again, not everyone sees it and understands that concept, so you have to go over those hurdles with life insurance, with dealing with this type of clientele. And this goes for all ages. I was very surprised to understand that there's even people as twice my age that's never had life insurance their whole life and argue the fact that they don't see the value in it. And it's mind-boggling, actually. But nonetheless, this is just, again, an optional product. So your sales process is going to be more so on influencing the why. What is the motivation behind why a person will want to get an insurance? And you want to kind of trigger those. So it's more of a more different type of sales process that you have to develop when selling life insurance. Most people that get into the life insurance side of things typically get involved through an MLM network marketing model business where they're telling you to talk to your friends and family. You get into a rah-rah meeting about how great the company, the services are, and the lifestyle that comes with it. And a lot of times most people phase out of that type of model because of the fact they just don't have enough people to talk to. They deal with certain things of the fact that it's very difficult once they understand that, it comes more with the cost of the fact that you have to pay for licensing fees, website fees, admission fees, things like this. And this is more so I would say, in an MLM model where you have these different additional fees. But I'm not involved in any of those type of things. So that's not really my objective, is not to really get people to recruit people. I'm not in that space right now at the time of this video. I'm really just learning the skill trade of actually how to sell life insurance. Now, I've gotten pretty competent with the Medicare side of things. I've been in that process a little bit longer, but I'm now adding additional opportunity to my portfolio to actually start putting life insurance in my book of business because of the fact that I'm able to, give people an extra layer of protection to not leave that responsibility on their loved ones. And you'll be surprised. There's so many people that just does not understand the concept of insurance in itself. So you become very essential in your space of spirit people that either go through things in life that makes them start thinking about it. And you want to be the person of contact that they consider when making a decision to protect their loved ones. So, property and casualty, I'm not too involved in that. I actually have considered taking my test for that. But right now, for the time of not being overwhelmed, I've decided to put that on the back burner. But I will say that process is what would be more considered more stable also, because again, you're factoring in that everyone has to have auto insurance. People that purchase a home needs to have mortgage protection to pay off the loan in case in the event they pass away. So these are things that are more so in a requirement stage. And then you got health insurance, right? Everyone needs some form of health insurance to make sure that they're able to protect their family in the event that something traumatic happens. So these are just some of the things to really consider, but find your vehicle. There's a lot of opportunities right now remotely where you can work from home, do what you do with a computer, laptop, monitor, and just simply a phone service that you can be able to work. You can use your cell phone too, depending on where you're at in the agency, but it's really, really, really flexible. I think a lot of people who may not have good structure or good discipline may phase out in this space because based upon how they started, or if there's even some type of stability. Got fruit flies in here, Jesus. Some people may phase out because they're so used to structure. So if you do have maybe an entrepreneurial mindset, you're self-motivated and you're encouraged and wanting to actually help people, this is by far the best industry to get into. And the great thing about this industry, especially particularly life insurance, is that it is a much harder process to get good at in terms of maybe other services because of the fact that most people phase out. Most people that are very successful are the ones that are consistent. Now, for me, I know for certain I will be consistent. And the thing is that I'm going to be sharing my document and journey of this process for those of you that may be interested in this field to really understand that is by far a rewarding career. And I just want to just give my inspiration in real time, my lifestyle, my life in real time, to just basically encourage my fellow man to understand that, look, your why, if you have children, you have a family, you want to provide, you want to be there full time with them, this is a great way to be able to do all of these things and still be able to pay yourself forward for the lifestyle and the freedom that you want for your family. And that's what I'm inspiring to do. So I'm just sharing my journey in real time to hopes that to just keep myself accountable, to not give up. I'm going to be talking about my bad weeks, my good weeks. I'm going to give you guys the whole shebang because I just want you guys to understand that it's definitely possible. And I want to remind myself that it's possible. So by me documenting this, it's going to keep me consistent with doing videos because I've been putting this off. I mean, I'll do a video every month or so and then I'll just stop. And I want to do something that I can be consistent in and be accountable to. So that's what I'm sharing this about. So subscribe to this channel, man. There's some jewels that I'm gonna be dropping on you guys, in these coming weeks and stuff like that. But I'm gonna make this declaration to post content daily. And I'm not too worried about who's watching. I'm not too worried about the people that are on my channel right now who subscribe to me. I hope that you would be interested. I know you probably watch my channel for other things because I've kind of been talking about all different types of things on my channel. But I'm just changing the direction of my channel to just kind of be more so of a documentary of my inspiration of growth. So therefore, I can inspire men as well to know that it is possible. As I believe the children that I have right now, they're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe daddy was at this point of life. And to see where he's at now, like this is where I started. So it's for you guys, my sons, my daughter. I'm inspired to be the great man that I'm inspiring to be because I want to see you guys have a model to look after. All right. So thank you for those of you that cared to watch through this 15-minute video. Again, my name is DeQuarius Beverly, and if you're definitely looking to do something that brings fulfillment and being able to help others, This is by far, I believe, the best decision I've made so far. And I'm planning to be in this industry for a long time. See you guys soon. Peace.